you guys. This is Dr. Carmen Bryant, Psychological Health Consultants and Services, with my program Redefining Yourself. And this is a program that I developed for women in mind, those that are thinking of leaving, or those that have left and are recovering from domestic violence. My main focus is narcissist abuse. And so I have been doing a series of studies, series of teaching that has hopefully benefit many of you. And you guys have been responding. Thank you guys so much for all the stories. Guys, I'm really appreciative that you guys share your life with me the way that you do, by sending me emails, by commenting on the YouTube channel, some of the stories that you're sharing. I am so honored and so thankful that what I teach or what I talk about is helping you. I think it's Miss Jennifer. Hopefully I got that right. I think it was you, Miss Jennifer, who told me about going back into counseling, about getting your life together, Brave Bird. I mean, I'm going to read some of these comments to you guys. I am so honored. I'm so thankful. And I want you guys to know that, hopefully as an example to you, to show you, I too am a survivor of narcissist abuse. But if I can come and teach you about it, and you guys are benefiting from it, from a place of healing, a healing standpoint, then you too, once you obtain that certain healing point where now you can teach other people about narcissist abuse, then hopefully I set the example for you to let you know that it is possible. There's nothing impossible. It is possible, okay? You guys, I actually stole my daughter's camera, her telephone. Isn't it pretty? I mean, this is the prettiest picture. I like these. Hers is an iPhone 10. I have like the iPhone S, so I think she's got like the iPhone 9000, but the picture quality is awesome. So I can't promise you guys that this is what it's going to look like next week, but I just snuck her camera and used her camera, okay? So that's a secret between you and I. Don't tell anybody else, okay? But I just want you guys to know, I think the picture quality on the iPhone 10 is really beautiful. It takes beautiful pictures. The camera is great. Okay, so I was off topic, but I just wanted to tell you guys that because I think I'm fascinated with how the picture looks. It looks so much better than my telephone, but unfortunately I'll probably be back on my telephone next week, okay? But that lets me know I'm probably gonna have to upgrade because the picture quality is great. You guys let me know, okay? But anyway, let's get back to topic. Okay, so if you have not already, please take the opportunity to go to my YouTube channel. I am Dr. Carmen Bryant, DrCarmen Bryant, and is Overcoming Narcissist Abuse. Please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell so that you know whenever I come on live or whenever I post a new video, you guys will know that I've just posted a video or I'm on live talking. You can also go to my professional Facebook page, and that is Psychological Health Consultants and Services. You can follow me there. When I go live, I usually go live between Saturday and Sunday before we start the week again, so that you guys can come talk to me. And I usually go live on my professional Facebook page and on YouTube, and I usually open the floor up so we can talk about whatever you want to talk about. We can share experiences. Many of you have shared experiences. Many of you that were on Facebook and many of you that were on YouTube were encouraging each other from across the two social medias, and I'm really appreciative that a lot of the people that are talking back and forth to you are people that have been in narcissistic abuse relationship as well, or have gotten out of it, to include the men that are viewing and have added their comments. Mr. Naylor, Mr. Roberto, Mr. RN, the gentlemen that have joined us. Thank you guys so much. Even though it was intended for the women that are coming out of the relationships, the men have added so much valuable information to give us their perspective on what they went through, and to let us know that the behavior is very, very similar, and that men can be abused as well. And so I really am appreciative to those men that share their experiences, not afraid to show to express their experiences. So women, if you've ever wondered, yes, men can go through domestic violence as well, especially with a female narcissist. And so I just wanted to go through, before I go on to our topic, I wanted to go through and I wanted to read some of the comments. I'm gonna pull my cursor closer, okay? With my mouse. Okay, so let's see. So Brave Bird, she said, she was commenting on the narcissist abuse. Can I recover from this abuse? And she said that I was so right, that last few months she has finally been able to sleep, rest, and have a clear mind. And she's hoping that hopefully it's a she. I'm sorry, Brave Bird, I don't know whether you're a she or a he, so please forgive me if I don't know why I thought Brave Bird is a female. You could be a male, I don't know. and I have to look through some more of your comments to give me a clue maybe why I called you she, because I'm not sure if I was reading another message from you. I think I wanted to say you said you left your husband or left him, so I'm not sure. So if I'm mistaken, please forgive me. But he or she said that I'm hoping something wonderful happens where I find my calling from this horrible experience. I found my calling. You will find your calling. It may not be the same thing that I do. It may be the same thing you do. I am a licensed mental health counselor. I'm also a certified clinical trauma professional, and I'm also a certified life coach. I am a survivor of narcissist abuse. I'm not a victim. I'm a survivor of narcissist abuse, and my passion is to help women who have been through domestic violence, especially narcissist abuse. It seems to be on the rise. Many of my clients come in, they're either in or coming out of narcissist abuse, have left narcissistic abusive relationship, and by educating them on what they went through, I bring in not just clinical experience, I also bring in experience with other individuals that have been in it, have been coming out of it, and my own experience that I implement or integrate into that knowledge base. And so just want you to know, Brave Bird, that you will find your call in this. You get your healing first, and then you'll find out what you are passionate about, and it's going to happen for you. And yes, when you leave a narcissist, for most of you guys, some of you guys that are just coming out of the relationship, is probably a little hard, because you're having to learn how. It's almost like breaking a leg and having to relearn how to walk on that broken leg or that healing leg. But when you come out of it, you will be so surprised. Your mind was set and under the assumption that this person that was a narcissist, male or female, that this person was a narcissist, that this person was contingent to your success. And in reality, if you back up and think about it, a lot of that success was you. They attached to you. You were the source of supply. You were the fuel. There was something about you. And even if not, there was something about you that was very valuable that they connected to, because that's what they wanted. They see you and they hate you, and they hate everything about you, believe it or not, because they see what they will never be. They see what they can never achieve. They could, if they would admit to the fact that they have a problem and go through the process of healing. However, because a personality trait is basically a permanent personality trait, they probably do have the potential, if they're able to mock people or mimic people, and that is a skill in itself. But you are something that they will never be. And so you are, I don't know you personally, but just by the fact that you're able to rest and you're able to sleep, your mind is clear, you're less stressed, that lets you know that you're on your way to great success and positive healing. So that is a excellent thing, and I am so happy for you. And sometimes the greatest you is yet to come after you leave that relationship, and hopefully never get back in another relationship like that. I became successful after I left, and I was successful all along anyway. I've always been successful, but my mindset was that I was successful because of this person, until I actually looked back in my own life, and everything that I did, I was successful myself. And even when I left, I became even more successful. That block was moved out of my way, and I became very successful after that. And so you guys are successful. You just haven't realized how successful you are. And that block has been moved out of your life for those of you that are out of the relationship, and you will get to see how great you really are. Okay, let's go to the next one. So Bravebird made the comment that what is it like living with a narcissist, and said, wow, it's textbook behavior, sounds so familiar. Exactly. I have people email me and ask me if I know their spouse or know their former spouse. I do not, but they have characteristics out of the DSM, which is the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual that we use to do diagnosis, and the behaviors are textbook. Yes, they are. Let's see. Mr. RN said, you like to embrace. Not all the time. I don't like embracing everybody. Absolutely not. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much, sir. Bless you. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Very good about money part. You will end up drained. They pin you down, whatever they can come up with, like you say, obligate. Exactly. Everything that they do has an ulterior motive. Nothing that they do is pure and genuine. So you can't even trust that. It's not pure and genuine. Everything that they do has an ulterior motive. Let's see, next comment. Ms. Jackie Conrado. Ms. Jackie, I tried to go back and reply to your comment, but every time I went back to reply to the comment, I couldn't find it. So I don't know if maybe you deleted it, it's gone. But it looks as if you deleted the comment. And so I don't know if you wanted me to respond. And I'm not sure if you wanted me to respond. But let's see. Let me just look and see what it says, okay? Talk about residual effects. Okay, so Miss Jackie, I got your comment, but it appears to have been deleted from the video that you commented on. And so I'm not sure if you wanted to keep that private, if you wanted me to respond to it. If you can also email me. If there's something you'd like me to talk about or something to comment on, you can email me at Dr. Carmen Bryant, DrCarmenBryant @outlook.com. Let me know if you'd like me to comment on that. I'm not sure because it's been deleted. And I do tell people that keep in mind, for those of you that are subscribed to my channel, my biggest interest also is to make sure that you're safe. So the information that you put on there, make sure that either number one, people don't know who you are, and then also the information that you're putting on there, make sure no one can use it against you. Everybody that's on this YouTube channel is not a survivor of domestic violence, or they're not a survivor of narcissist abuse. There are people on this YouTube that are actually narcissists, and they're watching and reading all your comments. And so for safety purposes, I'm telling you ahead of time, think about what you post before you post it, and what you say and what name you use when you're posting what you're posting. And if you want to just keep it private and send me information or ask me to talk about something, I will keep your name anonymous. I will keep your name anonymous for safety reasons. But think about what you're writing when you're writing it and how much information you're putting out there, okay? So, Jackie, I don't know if you wanted me to comment on there, and I'll leave that alone until you contact me. You can email me, Dr. Carmen Bryant, at outlook.com. Let me know if you want me to comment, or did something happen where you wanted to delete the comment, or just let me know, okay? And thank you so much for the comment. I did read it, so I'm looking at it. Okay. Ms. Jennifer, you said, thank you very much for your dedication to education on narcissism. Thank you so much. I'm honored. And it's an honor and a pleasure. It is a pleasure. Through you and overcoming narcissist abuse program, I don't know where I would be. I don't even know if I could have been able to get out of the house much. Your encouragement and details on narcs helped me to somewhat understand that I did not ask for this, and that I am more than what my own mind through narcissists made me believe I was. Girl, you're better than that, honey. You better than that. You are not what people say you are. And a narcissist will take a lot of times to try to convince you into what you are not. What you're not, because they're projecting how they feel about themselves on you. And so you're walking, remember I did a video on that, you're walking around and you're taking the responsibility of somebody else's negative feelings and negative emotions toward themselves. You are something that they will never be. And so they hate that. And that's what they come after. That's what they totally try to destroy, because that's not what they are. And so you are better than that. You are better than your experience. You're greater than your experience. And I'm so thankful. Thank you so much for letting me know that these videos are helping you. As I said before, a lot of times when you've been through it yourself, you can either play, you can either not play, I'm sorry. You can either be the victim forever, or you can be the survivor that helps other people make it through what they've been through, okay? So not all the time does that mean that you're weak. Not all the time does that mean that you are nobody. What that means is you're a survivor, and once you get through a specific process, you can teach other people about what you've went through, because you would be surprised, just like you guys are engaging with me. When I went through what I went through, I didn't think anybody else understood until I started talking about it and educating about it once I got to a place of healing, and then found out that you guys have very similar experiences. So we have a lot in common. I just took it to the level of, because I am a counselor, I took it to a level of counseling, and I took it to a level of education. So Ms. Jennifer, you're going to recover. You will recover. And it seems like you're doing very, very well. And I'm very proud of you. Let's see. So another one, Miss Karen. So great to find you. 3 years narc free and feel fantastic after 20 years with the idiot. Can you talk more about no contact? Best thing I ever did. I sure will. I have a topic to talk about today. So I'm going to do no contact. Let me just put that down on my note, okay? I'm going to put that on my note. And I did respond to you. So that is one of the topics I'm going to talk about, okay? We talk about no contact, not today, but I'm going to do the next video, okay? So the next one, and I did talk about it, I think, on one of my videos, but if you like me to go in detail, a little more detail about it, let you know what it looks like, then I will also do that. Thank you so much, Miss Karen. See, it's almost like, you know, your narc free is almost like, hi, my name is Carmen, and I'm a narc free individual, or I used to be an alcoholic, or whatever. It feels like you guys are going through a recovery phase, and so you're admitting to the fact that you're now narc free. Feels like you're almost drug free, doesn't it? You know, but I am so proud of you. I know 20 years of being trained to think a certain way about yourself, to think a certain way about the world. It takes a little while. You know, it's going to take a little while to undo that damage. And the residual, what someone else was talking about, yes, there is some residual there. And you have to get that residual. You got to get to the root of the problem. And the root of the problem is you got rid of the root of the problem. But now you have to go back through and retrain your mind on how to think, because you think very negatively of yourself. So let's see. I do have a wonderful lady who asked me to speak about a specific topic, and we'll get to that in just a minute. I'm gonna go back through that. She asked to remain anonymous. I'm gonna go back to the question, what she wanted me to talk about, okay? So let me go back. Okay, so Brave Bird made a comment under recognizing narcissist abuse. She said, this is so accurate. Every day I woke up, I had no idea what his mood would be. Okay, so Brave Bird, that's where it was. I read that comment first, so I knew that you, well, I think I knew that you were a female. Hopefully I'm correct. If I'm not, please forgive me, okay? But let's see, his mood would be, okay, so I'm assuming you're a female. I'm sorry. Because remember, you know, this narcissist abuse has no gender. It has no gender lines. It has no nationality. It has no race. It has no religion. It has no creed, nothing. You know, it is what it is. You have people that are in same-sex relationships that go through narcissist abuse and domestic violence. You have lesbian relationships, you have homosexual relationships, male with male, female with female. It doesn't matter. Narcissist abuse is narcissist abuse. And whatever you can glean from these videos, it is what it is, and that's what I'm educating you about. So no one is here to judge you about what relationship you're in, but I'm here to educate you about the fact that you've been through narcissist abuse and how to recover from it. My main focus is usually females coming out of male relationships, because that's what I know, and that's what I study, and that's what I see. That's what I'm more familiar with. But the information that I provide for you, some of you guys can step in those shoes, empathetic, you can step in those shoes and you know exactly what I'm talking about, because that's what you experience. So it doesn't have any boundaries. It is what it is. So what she said was, or please correct me if I'm wrong, okay? I would be so anxious and worried if I did something the day or night before. In my sleep, I woke up wrong. He would be quiet and anticipate me asking what's wrong, only for him to respond nothing, clearly knowing I would start blaming myself. That was the whole intent. And then for you to say, and they'll make certain facial expression, they have certain body language, because now he's going to get fuel from you. What's wrong? Why are you looking like that? I don't understand. He's getting fuel from that because he knows that you are now unstable. Now you're going to keep running behind him, so he gets fuel from that. He gets a thrill out of that, okay? That's what he did it for. He did it. He knew exactly what he was doing. That's exactly what he intended. Make sure you disrupt your sleep, disrupt your self-esteem, blame yourself. And all this had nothing to do with you. Everything that you're talking about here is everything to do with the narcissist. Let's see. Next comment, Brave Bird, on record. Okay, you also said, I wanted to mention that the young lady named Titi, I can't remember her last name, she was one of the sisters who owned Miss Jessie's hair care with her sister. She committed suicide after meeting her boyfriend on Match. I believe he was a narcissist, took a lot of her money, used her, even had her put him as the beneficiary of her life insurance policy. She unfortunately ended her life. I'm sure she was ashamed and suffered tremendously from the abuse. See, this is why I teach this. Ladies, there's nothing to be ashamed of when you have been in or are in a domestic violent relationship, especially, and it sounds like, and I'm going to go look that up too, Brave Bird. I'm going to go look that up as well to check that out. That's very interesting. I did not know that, and I like Jessie's hair care products. I did not know that. I'm going to go look it up. But it sounds like she probably was dealing with a narcissist. Took her money. She had wealth. Probably wooed her. Probably a good-looking guy. and she ended up committing suicide because he drove her crazy. That's sad, and this is one of the main reasons why I tell you guys, share these videos. You don't know who is going to get these videos. We have no idea who the social media is so huge. You have no idea who's going to get these videos. What if we were making videos and this young lady, TT, would have got one of these videos or one of your videos, and it may have saved her life, where she could have continued making these wonderful products for our hair. But think about it. She got with a guy who literally drove her crazy. That's the greatest greatest fuel a narcissist can get, is when you kill yourself over them. They get a high, but it's a very short high because they go look for some more supply. Thank you for sharing that with me, Brave Bird. Let's see. Got another comment. And this is Miss Keisha. The narcissist, my relationship was never real. She said, this is an awesome video. The narc ex stayed buying guilt gifts to hold me hostage and dangle it over my head so that I feel obligated to allow him to live under my roof and abuse, control, cheat, gaslight, manipulate me. Then when I would call him out on his BS and say that this is not what I signed up for and it was unhealthy and toxic, and try to leave, he'd say, after all I've done for you, this is how you're gonna treat me. This is how you're gonna do me. You have to forgive me, I'm reading from a distance, okay? This is how you're gonna do me. Just throw away everything we've been through and built. And then you put question mark built. Okay, I'm gonna comment on that, okay? First of all, you are absolutely right. They'll buy everything that they do. Remember, they do it for they always do things for ulterior motives. They never do anything because it's coming from the heart and they want to do something. You know, a person to buy you a gift doesn't expect a gift back. They do it from the heart. They want to give you something and they want you to enjoy it. A narcissist never thinks like that. You think like that, so you think like that for them. They never thought like that. And then when you make the comment, well, I thought, yeah, you thought. They never thought. You thought. That's not how they think. And exactly right. They buy you a bunch of gifts to obligate you they actually obligate you. And I've seen this. They buy houses, cars, clothes, take you out to dinner, even in a marriage, to obligate you. Number one, to give them anything that they ask for. And number two, so when they're cheating and they get caught, they can use that against you by saying, really? All the stuff that I did for you? They make you feel obligated. Well, he does do, you know, all this for me. So, you know, even had a narcissist tell his wife, it's better to have some man than have no man at all. Any woman would kill for me and enjoy the things that I get you. Any woman would want to have what you have, not at the expense of the abuse that they're going through. Not at the abuse that they're going through. But some women want the material things. Now, Keisha, I'm going to say this. I'm not saying this to hurt your feelings, okay? I'm just being real. I'm like Miss Donna, and her name says the realist, or the real. I'm just being real. Ask yourself this question. When he was doing that, were you flattered? Did you enjoy that? Were you the type of girl that likes to take gifts, If you're that type of person that like to take gifts, that's what he honed in on. There's probably more that he honed in on, but that's probably what he honed in on. And you probably treat it like, oh my gosh, this is so sweet. No one has ever done this for me, or I like gifts, you know. And I say that because there's something that I teach couples in couples counseling, and it's the 5 love languages. If you haven't heard that before, the 5 love languages. You can go take the test on the 5 love languages, and when you take the test on the 5 love languages, usually the top 2 are your love languages. For example, you may have a person that is a gift giver. Then you may have a person, so a gift giver and maybe quality time. So a gift giver enjoys, receiving gifts, love gifts. There's another one that loves giving gifts, The way that they understand love is if you buy them a gift, it doesn't matter what kind of gift it is. You know, I think my sister said it. She loves gifts. Her perception of how to receive love is gifts. She said, and she told me, she says, I don't care if you get me a pencil. I know that you thought about me, and that's her love language. And then I said, girl, you didn't think enough of me. If you bought me a pencil, obviously that is not my love language. You bought me a pencil and you're satisfied with a pencil, I think that you don't like me. You didn't think hard enough. but she loves gifts. So just something small lets her know that is her love language. There are other people that maybe like quality time. Quality time doesn't mean that we have to be together 24 hours a day and always go to the movie and go out to eat. There are some people that just enjoy being around that person, the person that they love. Their love language is hanging out with you. You don't have to say much, just to hang out with you, watch TV with you, be in the same room with you. So that's their, or acts of service, doing something to help them. That is their love language. So somehow or not, and I said that to say this, Miss Keisha, somewhere he picked up on your love language, how you perceive love, and he tapped into that. And that's what he did. And that's how he was using you to obligate you. Now, remember I said also, everything is always we. After all that we have done and all that I have done, and you look back like, wait a minute, you've done nothing but put me in debt. You've done nothing but steal my money. You've been doing nothing but, you don't even know what this is. You think overdraft is a part of your pay, whatever. And then they say we, and like you says, like, wait a minute, what we built, or I made you what you are. Wait a minute, I had this before I met you, or how we and our house. Wait a minute, how's this our house? This is my house. I bought the house. You see what I mean? And if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't be driving that kind of car. Wait a minute, I don't even like those kind of cars. Those cars that you like, that's fuel for you. See what I mean? So you are absolutely right. Built what? We didn't build anything. I came already put together and fully assembled. Go girl, you sound like a Barbie doll. He preyed upon me like a predator, and he definitely studied me, saw that I was a single parent doing okay for myself. I will never negotiate my value and self-worth ever again. Dr. Bryant, great video. Thank you so much, Miss Keisha. That's right, you have value. Like I said, if Michael Jordan could put value on a tennis shoe and we buy it for, well, I don't, but if we buy it for $400 or $500, you buy a tennis shoe with Michael Jordan name on it, it's a quality shoe. You can trade that shoe and make some money off of that shoe, because people will go crazy to buy it. Look at the iPhone 8000. People killing themselves to get that telephone. It's a quality phone. Now, I will say this, since Job, after he died, the quality of the iPhone went down a little bit, but it is a pretty good phone, I must say, and you're willing to spend the money, whichever way possible to get that iPhone. For those of you that are iPhone lovers, the quality of the phone. This right here, the picture quality on this phone is excellent. This right here is starting to make me think maybe I should get this telephone, because this picture quality is great. But see, there's always something of quality. So you have to put quality. You have to put not a price tag, because you're a diamond. A diamond is created. When you see a diamond is not what you think a diamond is. It's a lump of coal, and a diamond goes through great pressure. To be developed into a diamond. And the more flawed a diamond is, the more expensive, the more priceless that diamond becomes. So just because you are flawed and scarred, that makes you valuable. You guys are valuable because you're flawed and scarred. If someone looks at you under a microscope, not a microscope, but a magnifying glass or a jeweler's glass, you have flaws. And that, go look it up. And the flaws that are in that, then the further down the flaws are, the more valuable the diamond are. The further closer to the surface the flaws are, the less valuable the diamond is. But the further down, so the deeper the scars, the deeper the flaws, the more valuable that diamond is. Your scars in your life shows your value. You are very, very valuable. You've been through something. You have scars of life on your heart. You are valuable, and I'm speaking to every lady that's watching and every man that's watching. You are valuable, and the scars on your heart and the scars in your life that is not surface, that is deep, you have to recover from that, because you have value. You are priceless. And if they can put a price tag on these name brand designer clothes, then obviously you can put a price, well, you can't put a price tag, but you are priceless. You have more valuable than that. You don't, you have a crown jewel from England, the crown jewels. People just don't walk around with those in their ears. They just walk around that and just wear it on an everyday basis. Those crown jewels are locked up and under heavy guard. So why can't you be under heavy guard and scrutinize those people that try to get into your space? Everyone does not deserve to be in your space. You're too valuable for that. Everybody should not be driving a Phantom, the Rolls Royce. Everybody cannot afford to drive a Phantom Rolls Royce. Everybody cannot afford the car. And if they don't work for the car and they're driving the car, they're not going to value the car because the car is very valuable. They're not going to value the car like the person that purchased the car. They understand the value. If they don't understand your value, cut them off before you fall head over heels for them, okay? So let's look here. So now let me go down to the real topic. I've been talking for 30 minutes, right? Hopefully you guys are still hanging in there. What if I just do the topic later? Let me look. I'm thinking, and I'm pre-recording, so forgive me. Let me think for a minute. Let me think. Let me look and see how long it would take me to explain this, because I don't like to rush through anything. Okay, let's talk about it. So the video is going to be a little longer than average, okay? Let me look. Okay, so what I've been asked to talk about is, well, I'll tell you what. Let me do another video. I'm going to post this video and I'm going to do another video that's specifically about this topic. So I'm going to post this one and I'm going to come right back and do another video on the topic that I was originally going to talk about. I just wanted to go through and talk about some of the comments, okay, response to some of the comments. So I'm going to post this video, okay? I'm come back. Just stay tuned, because once this posts, there'll be another video about to post right behind it, okay? So I'm going to come and post another video, and I'm going to tell you what the topic is. So if you have not already, please follow me on YouTube, Dr. Carmen Bryant, Overcoming Narcissist Abuse, or you can go to my professional Facebook page, which is Psychological Health Consultants and Services. Like both of them, and then hit the bell on the YouTube channel so you know whenever I post a video, whenever I come live. If you want to email me, it's Dr. Carmen Bryant, all in one word, DrCarmenBryant at outlook.com. You're welcome to email me. For those of you that like to stay anonymous and do not want your identity revealed over YouTube, please let me know, because once you email me, I do not disclose your identity, nor do I disclose all the details, unless you allow me to disclose those details. Those are personal emails to me that I read and I respond to. Because there are a lot of emails that are coming through, a lot of comments, sometimes I might not get through all of them as they're coming, but I do check my email all the time to see if you guys are making comments, so I can comment and make sure that you know that I'm reading them and responding to you. Guys, thank you so much for your support. Give me a few minutes. There'll be another video right behind this, okay? You guys go and be great.